The motive, police say, likely jealousy. They say the suspect killed his former girlfriend, shot her new boyfriend, and then killed himself.
Also here this morning, a disturbing discovery made in the back seat of a rideshare in Plantation. Police found the body of a man who detectives say killed himself, but they made a connection here. Officials say they've revealed to NBC6 this same man is the person who shot a couple at the Hallandale Beach Resort earlier this week, a story we brought you as breaking news, killing the woman and critically injuring the man.
This is the story of how one young, beautiful mother had so much aspiration and wanted to make great choices for not only herself, but for her daughter. Sadly, those choices were taken away at the hands of the father of her child, all because he was jealous that she had moved on and was ready to start anew. Welcome to BaasetCrimez. Remember to hit that like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Hallandale Beach, Florida is a small suburb in Miami's metropolitan area. It lies about 20 minutes outside of Fort Lauderdale and about 30 minutes from downtown Miami. With a population of around 41,000 people, it has a bustling real estate scene, and it is becoming more of a popular destination for many. It was a place that 19-year-old Valerie Cepeda spent a lot of her time, seeing as she was native to the area. Valerie had a quirky personality and was very outgoing, as well as extremely family-oriented. But that would all change once she met Davon Brandon Hilton Jr. Davon was born in July of 2000 in Plantation, Florida. His family would describe him as inquisitive, talkative, and energetic with a wild sense of humor. He played football and basketball just like your average adolescent boy. He eventually graduated and knew he wanted to open his own jet ski rental business. Eventually, in the year of 2019, the pair would start dating. Their relationship would grow serious, and the two would move in together. A couple years later, on April 28th of 2021, they welcomed their daughter, Leilani Hilton, who brought a lot of love and joy to both of their lives. Valerie was described as an excellent mother, and there was nothing that she would not do for her child. And according to Davon's family, fatherhood was something he took serious and did his best to take care of his family. On the outside, their relationship and family unit seemed so perfect, but behind closed doors, something more sinister was going on. In the year of 2022, Valerie decided to call it quits, and they began living separately. During the span of their relationship, Davon was arrested on 3 separate occasions for domestic violence charges. According to an arrest report, in December of 2022, Davon went to Valerie's apartment in Lauderdale Lakes to drop off their daughter. He began arguing with her before forcing himself into her apartment, where he punched her in the right temple. She was holding the child at the time, so when she fell, the child fell as well. He then grabbed her by her hair and started dragging her, but he let her go when he heard her grandmother coming. He was later arrested on charges including burglary and battery, but posted bond in January. Valerie declined to press charges. And although he was due back in court in June, ultimately his hatred and jealousy would lead to a series of catastrophic events that would change the lives of everyone in Hallandale Beach. In the early hours of Monday, April 24th, 2023, Valerie and a male companion were visiting the Hallandale Beach Resort Walk on Hallandale Beach Boulevard. They were waiting for their car in the valet area of the parking garage when they were ambushed by a man who opened fire on the two. He would then flee the scene.
As you said, tonight we can't report this appears to have been targeted. Detectives believe the shooter knew exactly who he was looking for.
Unfortunately, Valerie would succumb to her injuries, and her companion would be rushed to the hospital with critical injuries. The U.S. Marshals would be called in and a manhunt would pursue for the next few days. That is, until Wednesday, April 26, around noon in Plantation, Florida. U.S. Marshals tracked Davon down getting into an Uber. As police approached the vehicle, Davon took his own life in the back seat with a self-inflicted gunshot.
Also here this morning, a disturbing discovery made in the backseat of a ride share in Plantation. Police found the body of a man who detectives say killed himself, but they made a connection here. Officials say they've revealed to NBC6 this same man is the person who shot a couple at the Hallandale Beach Resort earlier this week, a story we brought you as breaking news, killing the woman and critically injuring the man. NBC6's Shernay Amar with more on this crime connection and what they've uncovered here. Shernay.
Yeah, as you mentioned, it started at that beach walk resort. Two people gunned down in cold blood early Monday morning, and it ended in Plantation. Police say with the suspect dead in the back seat of rideshare. Hallandale Beach Police, along with U.S. Marshals, tracked down the suspect they were looking for and pulled his car over.
The vehicle stops as they approach. One gunshot is heard, and the suspect is located in the back seat, deceased.
The motive, police say, likely jealousy. They say the suspect killed his former girlfriend, shot her new boyfriend, and then killed himself.
Well, it's a tragedy because it's domestic related. Many families are now affected by this almost senseless type of situation. But because there are a lot of emotions involved, that's the tragedy, is that some mothers have lost their daughter, our mother has lost her daughter. Parents have a son who's in critical condition, and now another family member is going to be dealing with another death.
And as Chris also said, at last check, the man also shot is still in critical condition.
Even the Uber driver who was in the situation felt like it was very dangerous for him to be a part of and spoke out against the police as to why they chose that moment to decide to move in when they had ample opportunity to do so.
A rideshare pickup quickly turning into a panic.
Get out of the car, get out of the car. And then I had boom. In the beginning, I didn't realize it was a shot.
That gunfire, Samuel, who drives for Uber, says came from someone he thought was harmless.
It was traumatic because you didn't know what's going on.
Samuel, who asked not to show his face, had unknowingly picked up a wanted man from Plantation Wednesday. The U.S. Marshals and other agencies already had eyes on him.
I thought the passing me to catch somebody else.
With his passenger in the back seat, Samuel began to drive when suddenly law enforcement surrounded his SUV.
They blocked me so I cannot move. They told me to get out of the car. I heard the shotgun.
His passenger, Davon Hilton, taking his own life in the back seat of that Nissan Rogue. Hilton had active warrants stemming from a double shooting in Hallandale Beach, one that took the life of his ex-girlfriend and critically injured the man she was with on Monday. Samuel, concerned officers put his life in danger to catch a suspected killer.
They knew that they had a dangerous guy in my car with a gun, and I think they put my life in danger.
Questioning why they chose that exact moment to move in.
Why they didn't apprehend him when he came out of the hotel? There was nobody there, and or why they didn't wait till I drop him off.
Samuel says this has affected both his driving and his mental health.
Listen, every time I sit in the car and I drive and I look at the mirror, I see him in the back of the car with blood dripping. So, no, I'm not okay.
This entire situation is extremely unfortunate for both families involved. It just makes you question how someone with such a decent upbringing can have such a evil and jealous heart. The saddest part about this entire situation is that Leilani lost both of her parents just days before her second birthday. And the eeriest thing about this entire situation is Valerie's own words. She said, quote, "Honestly tired of having to watch my back everywhere I go. I want to be able to live a normal life without someone crazy questioning my every move. He told me that if he can't have me, then no one will." May Valerie continue to rest in peace. May both families be able to find peace and closure with this situation and heal. Crime family, be safe and be blessed.